In recent times, South Africa has been a major contributor to the world of rugby, not only through the distribution of its vast resources of skill and talent, but South Africa has given the rugby world some of our most iconic moments on our biggest of stages.
But it's over! It's over!
As a result, I've decided to pack my bags to visit the Rainbow Nation. And I'm asking myself, considering how much South Africa has given to the world of rugby, isn't it high time the global rugby community started giving back to them? In January 2025, I decided to start this journey at the infamous social tournament, the Cape Town Tens. Welcome everyone to the Rugby Lover's Guide to Asia in Africa, South Africa to be exact, for the Cape Town Tens. At 8 o'clock in the morning as I head over to the grounds at Greenpoint here at the Cape Town Tens. There's not a cloud in the sky, well it's a couple but nothing notable, and the temperatures are like 19, 20, so it's absolutely wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Day one, Cape Town Tens. This is one of the most hardcore social tournaments I've had to cover in my 10 years in the game. So many people. What we've decided to do was concentrate on 3 of the main sports being played here and 3 teams playing in those sports.
Okay, so we are Beweeg Jou Deeg, which is basically move your dough. We come from all over the Western Cape.
Actually started as a bunch of friends from high school. It's a bit of a cliche answer, but I'd say brotherhood.
The last tournament we came in second in our league. Other 10 tournaments we usually end up in either the semis or the finals. We're ready to put not our life on the line, but our body at least.
The first game was pretty a walkover, if I have to be honest.
Today we have a secret weapon here, wintergreen. It's going to help with the stickiness of our hands.
And the second game was quite tough, but the guys, they did the work, and I'm very happy for what we achieved and the results we had.
Waiting for the knock to knock me out. Waiting for the knock to knock me out. Waiting for the knock.
Did the spray work?
Yeah, I think the spray worked.
And you scored a try from it?
Yes, I kept the ball here.
We're on track. Like I said, we're undefeated and we plan to stay that way for the rest of the day.
Go arrest me.
Well, today's our first day playing dodgeball. Actually, last year we came here just for some good fun and I actually enjoyed the day out.
Never played dodgeball before this?
No, never.
So what are your tactics?
You can't really find the tactic because we have no tactics.
Hectic, close game, but we pulled through at the end, got the draw.
We've won 2 games, we tied 1, so yeah, having some fun.
Gonna have a few lekker beers now, ice cold.
We're the Foosballers, and we're here to play netball.
What are your expectations from this?
Our expectations are probably to get really drunk.
What about?
That. The netball courts.
We'll see what the rules are when we get on the field. We'll figure it out.
So you don't know the rules yet?
No, we know the rules. We had a good team meeting this morning. We were using little sugar sachets to explain positions. The center, goal shooter, goalkeeper. We need to do a good warm up. You know, we need to really just get into it. 1, 2, 3,
What's the score? Where you at?
It's 13-4. It's not to us. Oh.
What's your roles for the Boozeballers?
So I'm the coach of the team. This is my general manager and vice coach over there.
So what's the tactics?
More booze and more rules. I think we were and just go doof 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 doof. Yeah. Doof doof doof. Booze ballers coming in hot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going straight from the craziness of these sporting teams to something a little bit more heartfelt. Let's check it out.
As you know, rugby is almost a religion in South Africa, an exceptional tool to bring this beautiful country together. Two very special communities that we work in. One is Masipumalele, one is Ocean View.
Poverty, crime, becoming a very, 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 very unsafe environment. Because if they sit at home, they're going to join gangs. If they can go away from the gangs, because they can express themselves.
And we have introduced a rugby program, giving them the opportunity to flourish. We have a lot of former Springboks, provincial players, and they give their time.
I think that's a given for us that had the opportunity to play at the highest level, you know, to give back a little bit.
Well, obviously the Atlas Foundation has given these kids an opportunity to do rugby, and with the rugby background, I think it was appropriate that we got involved.
Rugby has been phenomenal for this country. I think it's probably the game that's kept this country together for many, many years now, you know. The success of rugby, the enthusiasm around everybody, and it's been played by everybody.
And it's important that rugby is accessible to everybody, and it's been used well to sort of promote social cohesion, to provide opportunities.
The beauty of using rugby as a vehicle, we partake in the education behind these children and just building up their self-esteem.
These guys that are coaching here are all players that have played at the highest level. They're players that give back to the game. It's all about the culture of the game of rugby and trying to share the love.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter where you go in the world. If you're at a rugby tournament, there's always a bloody Kiwi doing the haka. Now, in this case, that bloody Kiwi is my mate Sam Barton, and we'll see if we can catch up with him later. He lives right here in Cape Town.
By the time I got back, the teams were wrapping things up. And everyone was beginning to turn their attention to the nightlife.
So what's the next thing the team's going to do?
South Afrikaans word is jolling, which is basically we party.
Next thing we're going straight to that bar and we're going to get a lot of drinks.
We usually go big and then everyone's a bit hungover the Saturday.
Yeah, early tomorrow morning we'll go to bed. About 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
But we enjoy it, so it's lekker.
Look, everyone's dancing already. Let's go dance.
Now, I'm not going to lie, the costume competition definitely caught my attention, but not as much as this guy here, Afrikaan rapper Jack Parow. I had never seen an Afrikaan rapper before. He had this whole guitar-based Rage Against the Machine, Kid Rock sound going, and the crowd loved every moment of it. And just to think, this was only one of the music acts that was performing. Then a crazy night got crazier when a young Safa called James challenged me to a beer scull.
3, 2, 1, go!
I thought I had lost.
Buffalo! He needs another one!
Phew! One on a technicality. Bad luck, young James. Experience still counts when it comes to drinking. Considering the big night, or should I say morning, I had just had. Walking to Greenpoint the next day, I was feeling just a little bit tender. And I couldn't help but wonder just how my rugby, dodgeball and netball teams had pulled up as well.
So ready to go for another day?
Yeah, another day. I think that some of the guys are a bit tired.
But less fresh than yesterday, that's for sure.
I won't lie, I'm not feeling great after yesterday. I went way too hard. Thought I was going to vomit on the field.
However, help was on the way for both the Liquorballs and the Booze Ball.
Today we have a secret weapon here, wintergreen.
Trying to make the SA netball team bow into green.
Another one?
Another one in the bag. Oh, these sticky hands are working, eh?
The last game wasn't a slay, but we are slaying right here, right now.
What's their names? Oh boy, you can say that correctly, don't you?
But it's our last game, we're so upset. So we want to be playing the whole day.
Alcohol has made you play better or worse?
Our team personally much better when we have alcohol.
In the rugby, however, it was a very different story. The boys are now on the main field. They have gone unbeaten all the way into the playoffs. In the quarters, they maintain their winning ways. The big forwards doing the job up front, and the backs showing their class.
Oh, quarterfinal win last week. Came out of the blocks a bit slow, but second half was lekker.
You guys haven't conceded a single try.
That is true. I haven't scored a try either, so.
Hat-trick man, are you?
Yeah.
How often do you do that?
Oh, no, not often. So I think it's probably my first hat-trick ever. So.
What's it going to take to win this final?
A bit of guts, a bit of grit. We're going to have to grind and play hard.
Every year we've come better close. Last year we made the final, lost out just. This year we want that guitar. The guitar is the main prize they give to all the winning teams.
Right, coach, are they ready for this?
Yeah, we're ready. The team is ready, everyone's ready.
Go, boys.
Yeah, big moments have 2 yellow cards already, so it's a bit tense at the moment playing with 9 men.
That was hectic. Yeah, pressure, they were there. A very good team we played against, and we pulled it through.
It was the Hearts that pulled us through for this one. A very tough match, and the guys showed heart and effort, and
And as the sun sets on the final night of the Cape Town Tens, guitars are handed out and people just continue to go crazy. And that is when I finally caught up with my Kiwi mate, Sam Barton.
When people ask me, how is it that a Kiwi ends up living in South Africa for the last 8 years, there's 2 parts to the story. The first part is rugby got me here. The second part is this woman kept me here. This is my wife, Roxy Lowe, world famous DJ.
I am, yeah. I'm a sportswoman and I'm a DJ.
I was a rugby player moments ago, and now I'm going to be a professional drinker.
Yeah, well, that's the Tens. Everyone's a professional drinker. That's what's so nice about the festival. It's sport, it's music, it brings like-minded people together, and you get to have fun.
Roxy has absolutely nailed it. Sports, music, and fun. Friendship. You see, there's an irony here. I came here to the Cape Town Tens. I came to South Africa thinking I was doing them a favour. But it feels very much like South Africa has given me so much more than I could possibly give.
Are we at the end or are we at the start? 129
tell everybody that this is the place to be. This is the best rugby tournament I've ever been to. One of the best events I've ever to. It is so much fun. The South Africans, you're going to love these guys as well. Their hospitality, their openness, their friendship.
If you are a rugby fan, if you are a rugby player, you haven't lived, you haven't ticked off the bucket list of rugby life if you haven't made it to the Cape Town 10s yet.
You know, if you love rugby, have some cold beers, socialise with us South Africans. We're not bad people. Tell the world to come to Cape Town 10s.
What we're saying is South African Cape Town 10s is the place to be.
Carry you home.